What's going on, guys? I'm going to break down my clean and jerk. This is from a workout. We did 15, EMOM 15, every 5 minutes you would increase your weight. So 3 different weights, and you do it. So I'm just going to play at full speed. Nice. And the jerk. All right, there it is. I obviously felt pretty good about that. So let's break it down. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the setup. So I approach the bar exactly the same every time. I took 2 other videos of this, and I set up exactly the same every time. I line the bar up, one hand, make sure I'm in line, one hand, get my feet set, start breathing, and then I do a little twerk, and I load my backside. I'm getting tight in my hamstrings as my butt comes down. I'm pulling my chest up. My head is up slightly above parallel. I'm trying to show my chest there up at the end. I'm getting that tension. And now you're going to see it's a pull off the ground, right? The bar staying back up against my shins. I'm pushing the knees back, and that bar went slightly back and then straight up. It was on my shins the whole time. Now I'm right at the knee, right above the knee. Notice my shins are relatively vertical, hips are back, chest is up. I'm over top of that bar. Little fault here, you can see my toes wiggle. See how, especially like the inside part of my toes. Let's see if we can zoom in. There we go. Like the inside part of my toes are kind of up. I should be trying to peel that, or trying to take my big toe into the ground like a talon. I like my setup. I like it. I focus a lot on that. First pull, pretty good besides the toes. All right, so now the second pull. This is where it should start getting aggressive. We're staying close to the knees. We're dragging up the leg. Like, see how it pulls my shorts up? Like, that's how you know you're making contact, is that like your shorts are like physically coming up. So I really like that bar contact. That was pretty nice. Now, let's watch my heels. Still down. So you can just start just a little bit of lift right there. I mean, that's a pretty good extension. But the feet are still coming off the ground just a little bit. I could probably hang in there just a little bit longer. Arms are nice and straight. Now I hit that full extension, right? I'm up onto my toes, not because I came to my toes, just because the momentum brought my toes up. I'm in that slightly extended position. My shoulders are behind the bar. My head is up. I'm pulling that bar back. But notice how close the bar is to me. What we see a lot of times is if we get too extended, that bar will bump out. And we're not seeing that right now, which is good. So we're coming straight up now. My arms are bending, but I'm pulling myself down, not the bar up. I catch that bar. Notice how high I catch it. There's some room for improvement there. There's a little bit of a crash as well, but I'm catching it super high, which means, in theory, I have a lot of room in the tank to get better. Like, you can catch that bar. Like, that's as high as that bar needs to get. If you get to the bottom of my squat, right there, let me kind of go back. Like, I catch that like a lot higher. So there's some room for improvement there, catching a little lower, pulling under. I catch it. This is one thing that I really need to, 2 things. I was really focusing on staying in my heels on that front squat, and it made the front squat a lot easier, driving through the heels, driving through the entire foot. And I did a pretty good job of that today, but that was like my main focus point. The part that I really want to focus on is a below parallel squat. However, if I was capable of getting deeper into that squat, like getting down here in this position, I could probably handle more weight, and I should be able to get down there. I feel like I'm bottomed out right there, and there should be more into that. The chest is nice and proud. The elbows are okay. Got a little dropping in this one. My head's up. Drive out. That actually felt pretty good. Now, for the dip, my feet are kind of wide. I'd like to see those a little bit more narrow, a little wide, and my right foot is a little turned out as well. All right, So we start to jerk. I like the dip. The dip looks pretty good. Knees are out, besides being a little wide. But this is probably the biggest improvement that I can make, from what I see, is that it's like almost as soon, and I used to be a lot worse at this. I've gotten a lot better. Like as soon as I start driving out of that bottom, you can see the heel come up. Like it's really subtle. Like watch my. Oh, here it is. Watch my foot. Watch. See right there? Really subtle, but I'm coming to my toes. That's gonna push that bar forward, and we don't want that. But I jumped that bar up. Now look, full extension, just like in the clean. Full extension. My head's back. That bar's gonna go straight up, and now I'm pushing underneath. Like that bar doesn't really like pop. About right there. And then we push under, and that bar it goes up a little bit, but not too much. Like I'm actually pushing me down. Like look how far apart my feet are. My head's through the window slightly. My shin is vertical. This is probably a little too long actually. My foot should probably be in a little bit, and a little more bend in the leg, but it's not too bad. And then slide and step. Show control and drop. And obviously by that you can tell I liked it. All right. Well, I hope this helps, guys. I'm breaking it down. Cheers.